Hey everybody, welcome. This is Euro Maestro, and I am scoping live in Paris. It's midnight in Paris, and just like the film, the Woody Allen film, and I thought I'd walk around and show you some things at night I haven't got a chance to show you previously, not on YouTube and not on Periscope. So one of the things I wanted to show you is the Christmas trees. Yes, it's the end of January. We still have Christmas trees up. This is the Pantheon over here in Paris, and so I wanted to show you how they did the Christmas trees here, because I didn't get a chance to before, and I want to do it before they take them down. So let's go check it out. You notice it's still pretty. It is still pretty. So I'm walking right in the middle of the street, so I gotta let the cars go by. Anyways, look at those trees. So the Pantheon is where a lot of very famous French people are buried, what we call the great men. And it includes some women, of course. The most famous probably being Marie Curie. So she is buried there as well. And look at that. If somebody wants to take a screenshot of that, go ahead and tweet it to me. Do I ever sleep? No! No sleep till Brooklyn. Hello, Olga. Tim, good. Very early morning, Euro. Didn't realize that. Technically, it's not midnight. So it's called, the title of this broadcast is Midnight in Paris, but it's actually a little after 1 a.m. But midnight in Paris sounds a lot better than 1 a.m. in Paris. Full disclosure. Hashtag full disclosure. Anyways, let's look at the trees. And let's get close. But didn't they do a nice job here? And you can see the Pantheon, even though it's kind of dark at night, you see it has a nice dome. Very recognizable in the daytime. Your favorite movie? Yeah, it really is a very nice movie, actually. So, as we get closer, I will show you the town hall. So this is not the town hall for the city of Paris, but it is the town hall for the arrondissement, or for the district. So this is the 5th district here, and they still have their Christmas lights up as well, as you can see right there. So we got some Christmas trees. Oh, there's some Christmas trees in the middle here with no lights, not decorated, and then Christmas tree with lights. And then, like I said, we have the town hall over here. And if I go over to my right, we have the law school. They have their budget. Yes, it might be the budget. So some of the trees are decorated, some of them are not decorated. Anyways, you have the law school here, and the library, and of course, the Pantheon. I don't know how much you can see, it's dark, but it's got these great columns, and it's really a great building and a great dome on top. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is, hey Don. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was the neighborhood, because a lot of films are shot here. Many, many films. So, why no bright lights? Weird. What do you mean no bright lights? You mean on the building itself? Because they do have bright lights on the building, but not they turn them off like at midnight or at 1 a.m. I'm not quite sure what time exactly. So most of the buildings in Paris have like these pretty cool lights on them, but they like to turn some of them off now at midnight or so. Hence the lights on the tree still. Yeah, well, we do keep lights on the tree, and you can see they're topped with a star. Some of them have a white star, some of them have like a blue star. So, but I wanted to show you the neighborhood because the neighborhood's very cool. Somebody asked me about hotels, by the way. There's a hotel right here. There's actually like 2 hotels right here. So if you want to stay in this area, there are hotels right next to the Pantheon, which are it's a pretty good neighborhood because You have the Luxembourg Gardens up ahead. And look at that, Christy Moorhead has given us $2 with super chats. Thank you so much. It's actually, I want to thank you big time for that because I forgot all about the super chats. This is the first time I've actually used a YouTube Live with super chats enabled, so that's awesome. And so I'll be curious to see how it works. It's not a super hearth. Yeah, so I really do appreciate that. That's my very first super chat. It's like the for those that aren't familiar with it, it's kind of like super hearts on Periscope, but the advantage is you can make it any amount you want basically, and it makes your comment stick. So your comment becomes very sticky in the chat. The feed is hyper clear. Yeah, hopefully. One of the things I like about YouTube is usually we got really good video quality. So I see a lot of likes coming in. So I appreciate that. You don't know why for me Periscope is much clearer than YouTube. Really, Mark Anthony, that's interesting. Most people say just the opposite. They say YouTube is clearer. So I don't know, maybe it's because it's late at night, but usually when I do back-to-back broadcasts in the daytime, people say the YouTube is much clearer than Periscope, but maybe for you it's the opposite for some reason. And there we go, Christy again with the super chats. Love it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And it's kind of exciting for me. I really like the super chats. You know, I'm a YouTube partner. I have been a YouTube partner for years, actually, ever since I started day one. Nope, my bet is because lower resolution. No, usually it's just the opposite. The resolution is much higher on YouTube, generally speaking. So I think there's only been one broadcast that I know of where Periscope was higher, but generally YouTube is way higher on the resolution. But it's possible that today I might be in a low zone right now. Let me ask you guys, how clear is this picture for the other people? Is this clear? Prefer YouTube video. Yeah, I mean, that's what most people say, but I mean, there may be some reason why it's different for yours. Olga, nope, I mean lower resolution in your smartphone. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know how that works. Don't know how that works. But I'm really excited. So anyways, YouTube changed their regulations recently, their requirements for the YouTube partnership program. And so what that means is people like me who are not big YouTubers, in fact, I don't even YouTube that often, have to up our game big time. So I need to get thousands of hours of views within 1 month. It's Zebra Man or Zebra Man. Hey there, PK Bob. The image quality in YouTube is excellent. All right, thank you, Jackie. Can I call you that? You need quota for, I do need quotas now, so hopefully I'll get them up. But I want to show you this one area up ahead because you guys may even recognize this because this place coming up is shot in many films. One of the most famous films I can think of, but there's been so many. So this street is often closed for film sets here. And what they do is they change the signage on the buildings. They do all kinds of clever things. They do a lot of period pieces here. Good evening, Deneen Smith. Chris says hi. 720p looks great. Audio, great as well. Awesome, The Bourne Identity. Lots and lots of films are shot here. So one of the films is a Bertolucci film. It's called, in English, it's called The Dreamers. In French, it's called Les Innocents, but it's called The Dreamers in French, and that was shot here. As a matter of fact, I think it was right here that the young American kid stayed at a hotel, and they had the, if you remember, if you've seen the film The Dreamers, he drove his motorcycle up and down, or his scooter up and down this road to pick him up. So that was a pretty cool film. I only now got the notification from YouTube. Yay! Well, Christy's been amazing. She's been contributing with super chat. So if in the chat you have an option to do super chat where you can add money to your comment and it makes it more sticky. Your fingernail manicure looks wonderful. I think I need to probably do a better job with that. You just saw that. Yay, Marissa. So I'm glad to have you guys here, and it's kind of fun walking around late at night. So I like late at night because I can talk and I don't have to worry about people being upset. But anyways, you can see it's kind of an interesting street. It's a cobblestone street. At this end of the road, they have a staircase, so it's kind of cool. And then if you want to avoid the staircase, you can go down this way. So let's give that a try and see how that works out. Can you get a bike? You know, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to think where the we could do a bicycle. That would be fun. How do you get the super chat option? So the super chat is available to YouTube partners on YouTube. So if you have, you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers. You have to have a YouTube, you have to be a YouTube partner, and then it's automatic. It's kind of racy. The Dreamers, it is a little, yeah, it's a Bertolucci film. So some people may have problems watching the films, but it's pretty interesting. There's the new bikes. I don't know if they are free, those green color ones. So yeah, they do have the new bikes. They're not totally free, but they're very inexpensive. They have green ones and blue ones. So the difference is the green ones are like the old ones largely. They're regular bicycles, but the blue ones are electric bicycles. So we've got regular bicycles now on the sharing program. We have electric bicycles. We have electric scooters. The Osen Wilson set was set here. It's possible. I mean, I'm telling you, this place is closed very often for movies. Marissa wants to know how I am. I'm awesome, thanks. How are you? Thank you guys for all the likes, by the way. So I think this is more people I've had live simultaneously in a while. This is awesome. I should do more scopes at midnight. Let's walk around a little bit. And if you guys have any questions about the news or anything going on, we can talk about that. I saw a really terrible story earlier. I didn't tweet it out about a helicopter crashing into a house. 3 people dead. I think that was in California. The chat feature is inferior on YouTube. I do agree. The chat feature is better on Periscope. Now, YouTube. The nice thing about YouTube is they do have multiple settings, which I like, to control latency. So basically, I can set how much latency I want on the broadcast, and that will affect the chat, of course, because you can make the chat more responsive or less responsive. How's the flooding? I can show you guys the flooding. We can walk down to the river if you want. Did you ever find out what they did about the false bomb warning in Hawaii? No, but Tim in my Twitter chat group. By the way, I have a newsletter too. If you guys are interested, I've been doing a daily newsletter. So if you want to get that in your email, I have a daily newsletter, a weekly newsletter, and a monthly newsletter. So depending on how frequently you want it. But I'm doing the daily newsletter. If you want that, just tweet me. You can DM me your email address, and I can add you to the list. But I'm not adding anybody unless they contact me. So, or you can do it on you can do it yourself. There's a link. I can give you guys the link, and you can just add your own email address if you want. Actually, probably easier. And so we have a few people doing that. So I've been putting out a link to a YouTube video, a Periscope video, interesting things I found on the net, quantum physics or classic TV, things like that. And also I've been doing a word of the day for people interested in the word of the day, and I also do on this day in history, and I talk about famous events that happened on this day. So if anybody wants a newsletter, you can do that. The helicopter crashed in Southern California, Newport Beach. Thank you, Don. Yeah, I thought it was in California. I didn't remember where. So yeah, that was really tragic, sad event with 3 people apparently dying as this helicopter crashed into a house. Well, there we go. We got somebody riding his bicycle. I want to know about the Hawaii thing. So the thing we learned about the Hawaii thing, like I said, I got a tweet from Tim today, which was really completely different from what we were initially told. But was that the person who sent out this warning, this alert, actually believed that an attack was imminent. So what we were told initially was it was just a mistake because they were doing a drill, and their menu is so poorly designed that both options are displayed on the same menu, like real drill and test. I mean, real alert and test alert is on the same menu. So of course it's a very, very bad design. That's what we were told initially. It was just a mistake. He chose the wrong option off the menu. And then what we're learning today, according to the tweet that Tim sent me, was that no, the person who sent the alert actually believed real news and fake news on the same menu. Yeah, exactly. It is such a bad idea for so many reasons, but you should you should really not design a system, especially a system like any system, let alone an important system like this, where you have 2 radically different options that are almost the same on the same menu. They should really use 2 different systems. I always enjoy watching your scopes. Thank you. Over here, behind those gates over there, that's the Luxembourg Gardens that we've shown you. Can't show you at night, but at daytime it's awesome. I thought that there were 3 people that it had to go through. I don't know exactly what the sign-offs are. Apparently there's only 1 person that actually does the alert, and that was one of the things they had discussed changing after this incident. Again, the problem for me was not the number of people. I think one person is fine. The problem is the design. You don't want to have 2 options like that on the same menu because an accident could happen. Do the mayors of each arrondissement report to Anne? Actually, I'm not exactly sure how the reporting mechanism works, but each arrondissement has its own mayor, which is elected independently. So we have a local people that represent the district, and then we elect people for the city as a whole. So in some way they're connected because of the budgets. The budget comes from the city hall as a whole. So in a way, I would say there is some kind of one is definitely a subsection of the other. Okay, I guess that wasn't very clear. So I would say, generally speaking, yes. So here we have another one of these unusual streets. So you see we've got steps leading up to the sidewalk, but here they taper down, and then we got steps again over here, and we got a sidewalk over here. So a lot of these streets, because of the elevations are slightly different, you can have these kind of steps. Is it always this quiet at midnight? You know, actually it's generally pretty quiet at midnight, but it depends on the neighborhood. So where we are right now, this is a pretty quiet neighborhood. This is mostly residential. Of course, the ground floor is commercial. But if we were to go down this way a little bit, which is what we're gonna do, we'll hit a section where there's more like bars and nightclubs and stuff like that. And so there'll be more people that way. The other thing I like about doing the YouTube is, in addition to the video quality, it's usually very stable. Like it's not, hopefully it doesn't shake a lot. You guys can let me know about that. But it should be pretty smooth. It shows 23 viewers. Yay! Très smooth. Awesome. Oh, this is really nice coming up. Are you going to get more rain? I hope not. It's stable thanks to your stabilizer. It is stable thanks to the stabilizer. Without the stabilizer, YouTube would be very shaky. Periscope, on the other hand, is less shaky even without a stabilizer. I think video and sound quality is amazing on YouTube. Yay! All right, so now I'm going to show you. Oh, it's kind of dark. You might not be able to see it. You probably can't see it, but maybe you can see it. There's a domed building here. This is the Sorbonne. So this is the second oldest university. So the oldest university is in Italy, and this is the second oldest. This is older than Cambridge and Oxford, for instance. So it's a great seat of learning. Hopefully you can see it even in the dark. In the daytime, oh, you can see it. Awesome. In the daytime, it's great. And you notice, whoa, I kind of panned a little quickly. We have over here lots of bicycles, lots of motorcycles. So you'll see that in Paris. Oh, we got a bicycle station up here. Let's go see if there's any bikes. Somebody asked earlier about that. So we have these bicycle stations all over Paris with, I don't think there's any bikes here though. No, there's no bikes. So they're all taken. But this is what the station looks like. And then, oh, I missed that last comment. Wait, what did that say? Where is the Sciences Po? We actually have, they're building a new Sciences Po place, because Sciences Po is all over the city. They have, I forgot how many buildings. They probably have like 24 buildings. They're really all over the place, including in this area. And over here, this these green lights here. So this is called, this over here to my right, this is called Vélib, which is the bicycle sharing program. And this, as you can see, is called Autolib. And Autolib is the car sharing program. And all the cars are taken as well. It's a very popular program. What is the Po in Sciences Po? So Po is politique. So it's the political science school, which is a very good school. And people come from all over the world actually to study at Sciences Po. But usually in France we like to shorten things, so we always say, instead of saying Sciences Politique, we say Sciences Po. And so you can see here we have the Autolib. University of Bologna, established 1088. Yes, that's the one I was referring to as the oldest university, and then the Sorbonne being the second oldest. So you have the Autolib here, and yeah, it's electric cars. They're sort of a rental. It's a rental or sharing program. It's very inexpensive, and they're just available out on the streets. And we have some competitors to the bicycle program, by the way. This is one right here. This is the newest thing. There's about, I think, 3 or 4 companies now in Paris. This is also a bicycle share, but unlike the Vélib, which is actually the official city one, this is done by private companies. They are rental because how they maintained it is if it was free. Yeah, it's definitely a rental, if you want to call it that. It's sort of a sharing program. It's inexpensive. It's not like a regular rental car. Anyways, you have these private bikes here. These bikes do not need to be at a station. You can park these anywhere. You notice It's just like it's not locked into a station. You could literally put these bicycles here absolutely anywhere. And they have a lock, and there's like a little barcode you have to scan, and you use an app. The one I'm talking about too, is it free? No, they all have some costs, but some of the costs are very, very low. So I mean, you can get these the car ones, you know, for cheaper than what you would pay for a taxi, and you get to drive the car, so it's pretty cool. And you're only getting charged for the actual driving time. We just that type here, waiting to see how it works. Yeah, I think it's working fairly well. I mean, the original bicycle sharing program. Paris was the first big city to have a bicycle sharing program, and since then, of course, it's been copied like all over the world. And we had 2 million riders the first month. 2 million rides the first month. So we have about 2 million. You can't really take the bike. I mean, well, I guess you could take the bike, but the bike is locked. And you have to use a code to unlock it. But I guess you could just pick it up. You could pick up the bike and take it. But the bikes are also all they all have GPS trackers in them. So we're gonna go down to the river and check out the flooding situation. I should do more of these midnight broadcasts. Actually, I enjoy this. Did you bring your swimwear? I've seen some photos of what appears to be a large number of homeless with lots of debris, mats, clothes of road in Paris. That sounds like something that might be old. Is it not too cold? No, actually, it hasn't been cold the last few days. It's been about 10, 11 degrees or so. Maybe even a little bit higher. So I don't even have my jacket zipped up. I mean, it's not too cold. When does Fashion Week start, or did I miss it? You know, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. And the GPS works underwater, which then charges you for the bike. Acceptable. Yeah, I was actually supposed to do a lot of filming for Fashion Week, so I think I missed it actually. I had some models contact me, and I've been dealing with a modeling agency, so I might start doing some more Fashion Week stuff. Oh, so yeah, you were asking about the homeless people and the tents and the debris on the road. So I think what that probably was is there have been some migrant camps in Paris, and the migrant camps look exactly like that. You have all these tents on the streets, but most of those have been shut down. We were there during Fashion Week last year in early October. Travelers, yeah. So mostly when you see lots of tents like that, it's generally the migrants, and what they've done is they've built 2 facilities in Paris now to house them. So most of those camps have been shut down, and when they shut them down, there was a lot of debris afterwards. Fashion Week starts February 27th. Well, thank you, Christy. I don't know why I thought it was earlier for some reason. I guess there was some sort of event in January. Maybe it was a different fashion event, but there was some kind of event in January that I was supposed to shoot, which I didn't do. And then there's another one coming up in June, I believe. So here you can see our very wide bus lanes. They're used for bus and bicycles, and regular cars can't use them. And we have one on this side of the road as well. Bus and bicycles. So it really helps when there's a lot of traffic. You can just zoom by in these lanes. If you have a motorcycle or a scooter, electric scooter, you can use these lanes. So when I use my electric scooter, I go zoom. Very fast. So what is today? Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday night. Wednesday morning. It is really dead. Dead. Wednesday, yeah, it's Wednesday morning for me. Technically Wednesday morning. Or we say the night of Tuesday into Wednesday. There you can see the metro, the Sorbonne. Oh, the other cool school we have over here, I should talk about this school. It's called the Collège de France. JM says, with the 2 wide lanes for bikes and buses, the road's one way. So the road on that street is one way, but the buses go in both directions, which means taxis can go in both directions, bicycles can go in both directions, but regular cars go in just the one direction. Here, the same thing. You have cars going in one direction, and you've got a wide bus lane. So taxis are allowed to use the bus lane as well. So here's another one of those independent bicycles that I was telling about. You see, this is even a different company. Slightly different style. But you gotta love these streets. You got these cobblestone streets. Oh, I was telling you about Collège de France. So there's a school over here, Collège de France. So this is the most prestigious school in France. We have the highest ranked academics teach at this school. They give lectures. What's interesting about this school is there's no tuition, of course. It's absolutely free. And there's no entrance requirements. There's no pre-screening of any kind. So anybody can attend those lectures. Okay, you don't get any credits or anything like that, but it's the most highest ranked academics giving very good lectures. Bonsoir. Did you see those guys? They're singing and dancing. Worthy of an interview. Yeah, I was tempted. I think they may have had a little bit too much to drink, though. Here we have another hotel. Do you need security? No, they're okay. They're just having fun because they're lit. But this area is kind of fun. It has a lot of restaurants and shops. This is mostly pedestrian. You won't see, generally you won't see any car traffic in this neighborhood at all. You see a few restaurants open. Love the road. Yeah, it's kind of a fun road. Unless someone gets lost. Yeah. It's kind of hard to get lost because these roads are like really separate. Are you getting near Place Saint-Michel? Exactly. We're getting very close to Place Saint-Michel. Which is St. Michael's Square, I guess, in English. We got a couscous place here. I guess you're not going to watch or listen to the State of the Union. I might actually. I think that's at. Is that at 9 o'clock? What time is the State of the Union address? Great narrow passage. San Miguel in Spanish. Scary. I kind of know where you are. Yeah, it's kind of a fun area. Lots of nightclubs. Okay, I was just reminiscing about my experience driving in Nice. Ah, it's at 9. So yeah, I'll probably watch it. I'll probably watch it. Let's go over this way, and then we'll come back to Saint Michel. Doner kebab, the best late night food. Yeah, so a lot of people like to get what we call Greek food late at night, even though it's not Greek. This is the narrowest street in Paris. So I've shown you guys this a few times. Be careful, you are a robbery magnet. Yeah, that's kind of true. Here you have this street. Wait, le chat qui pêche, exactly. Yes, the cat that fishes. So English has this tense which we don't have in French, the continuous tense. So we use a simple present for both the continuous and the simple present in English. This street also has a lot of nightclubs and stuff like this. And it also has Shakespeare and Company, which is a very famous bookstore, English language bookstore. And there's Notre Dame Cathedral at night. So I will be able to show you the flooding in just a minute, and then we'll go back towards Saint-Michel. Pizza. Pizza sounds good. I might get some pizza. We got a lot of, let me just show you, lots of bicycles here. These are people's personal bicycles. You can see a lot of them here. And this is Shakespeare Company at night. So it's a very popular site. It's like a tourist destination. So a lot of people come here. A lot of famous authors have stayed here. They still provide residences for some authors. You know, they can stay here for a little while. And then this is new, relatively new. They added a cafe, Shakespeare and Company Cafe. So there you go. Show the fountain right there. Yeah, there's a Wallace Fountain here. So we have these all over Paris. But you know Paris very well if you know about these fountains. So you see they're very decorative. Very cool fountain, yeah. And then we have Notre Dame. The oldest tree is there. Yes, the oldest tree is there, Don. You really know Paris. So here we have the river, and look at that. It is flowing so quickly compared to usual. And you can see that's a walkway across the river there. You can see it's completely flooded. We have some stairs here. You can see it's all barricaded because they don't want us to go down. Because look, it's flooded. It's all water. Water, water everywhere. But I'm really impressed with the current because the water is moving so quickly. Play spot a rat. Yeah, this would be a prime area. And over here, there you can see one of the boat docks. It's going down. It is going down, but it's going down very, very slowly. It's supposed to take a long time. So we hit maximum height yesterday, and it should be going down. I should say when we hit maximum height, we hit maximum height in Paris. Now downstream, like much further downstream, they won't hit maximum until next week. Yeah, the current is fast. And that little stand right there, you see, that's one of the, normally one of the boating docks. But you have to swim out to the boating dock now. So, of course, they've closed it, but there you go. Let's walk around the other way. Take a dinghy. Yeah, I've actually seen photos of people outside of Paris. In some of the towns, the flooding is worse. And I've seen people like taking rowboats to go down the streets because the flooding is so bad in some neighborhoods. You saw that too, yeah. But it's kind of pretty, you know, you get a nice reflection with the lights and stuff. There you see Notre Dame Cathedral. And we'll walk over to Place Saint-Michel. It is pretty, right? And here, let me just show you. And here we have some steps. Now, some of you, I used to film some concerts that were played here. So we had some buskers that would play their guitars here and sing for us. Because normally this is a walkway, so people would be all along there walking and listening to music and dancing when it's not being flooded. I almost crossed the street. You gotta remember there's traffic. Have any of you guys been playing HQ Trivia? So HQ Trivia is an app on iOS and Android where they play, ask some questions and you can win some money. Yes, indeed, gotta watch out for traffic. You like the bar and dance platform down the ways a bit? Yes! Here's another flooded section, as you can see. Let's go over to Place Saint-Michel. Now, what's nice about Place Saint-Michel is they have a couple of restaurants that are open 24/7. So if you're hungry in the middle of the night or you want to have a cafe, you can do that. Ooh, it got windy. Very windy. Look at the doors in our building. Have you won yet? I have not won. I can't believe it. Usually I'm pretty good at trivia. This is one I have not won. So, yeah. I don't know. It's very hard. We have a lot of pub quizzes in Paris, and myself and some friends, we play sometimes, and it's a lot of fun, and we win fairly often. We get lots and lots of champagne. A few years ago, we used to play like every day and just have like champagne every night. Here's the bridges. We have 37 bridges in Paris. Have another electric car sharing station here. Went to eat at Saint-André near Place Saint-Michel. Yes, and there's a Le Départ as well. There's no barricade here. Oh, the barricade has been broken. There was a barricade. Somebody broke it. So you can walk down to the steps here. So you can see it's still pretty high. And you can see, look at this, the boats can't even get under these bridges. Look how high the water is. So there's like no space for the boats to get under these bridges. I mean, there's hardly space for me to even walk through there. Put the barricade back. I can, it's like a rope thing. It's been cut. It's just like police tape, you know. See what I mean? This is what it was. More cyclists going by. It's really quiet tonight. I Can't believe how quiet it is. But here's a good example of the Paris lighting being used to accent the buildings. Unbelievable how fast the water flows. Yeah, I'm really surprised at, wow, look at this. Oh, wow. I'm so surprised to see the river like this. Oh, there's a guy going by on a electric scooter. The push kind. It's always so well lit, even in the middle of the night. So well lit. Yeah. Like an impressionist painting. Yeah, it's pretty nice. But you can see those trees covered in water pretty high. More than halfway, I would say. And normally, of course, this is another walkway. Yeah, the police tape is down here as well. Will they drown? I don't know. Somebody asked me about that the other day, like, what is the effect on the trees? I really don't know. But they're really been completely covered in water for the last few days. And apparently it's going to take a long time. Even though we reached maximum yesterday, apparently it's going to take a long time for the river to get back down to normal levels. My train that I usually take to go to the gym every day is closed, and I have no idea when it's going to reopen, but not anytime soon. How long is a long time? You know, I don't really know what they mean by that. They just said it's going to go down very slowly. First feed hiccup. Uh-oh, was there a hiccup? Sorry about that. Let's go over to Place Saint-Michel. You can get hiccups because depending on the signal, you can get signal degradation. Are there boating restrictions due to the fast current? There are boating restrictions. There's basically no boating allowed on the river at all. I don't know if it's just because of the currents or it's because of the river level being so high, but most of the boats, like the larger boats, would not be able to get under the bridges. Actually, as you can see, it's so high. So they basically don't allow any boating. The only boats we've seen on the river are police boats. They're like speed boats that the police use. You'll be in Portugal next month. Have you ever been there? Marco, I haven't been there. So, yeah, I would like to go to Portugal someday. That would be awesome. So we have a bicyclist here respecting the red light. I can't believe it. Oh, and here we have a three-wheel motorcycle. It's pretty cool. I think it's very unusual. Like, when I saw him come to a complete stop, especially since there's not much traffic even, you know, at this time of night, there's not much traffic. But you can get pulled over for running a red light on your bicycle, and I can speak about it from practical experience. Oh, really? I have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I've been pulled over a couple of times riding a bicycle and running a red light. And one time, I didn't even run the red light per se, but I turned right on the red light, and the cop pulled me over. Ice is here. Ice, how are you? So I am doing a YouTube live from Paris at midnight. By the way, guys, if you're not already following Ice, you should follow him on, subscribe to his YouTube account, of course, and follow him on Periscope. He does amazing broadcasts where he plays music and he performs for us. So he's a very talented individual. Ice Baby, exactly. You know him. So, and Ice, I got some super chats. So you probably use super chats as well, but I think it's pretty cool when people contribute with the super chats. I always greatly appreciate it. I'm good, so good to see you live. Yay! Ice gave Montreal a shout out yesterday. Oh, awesome, Montreal. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Oh, you're great. He does really amazing job entertaining us. But yeah, I was pulled over on a bicycle a couple of times for running red lights. So luckily, I did not get ticketed, but I could have been ticketed. So here's one of these 24/7 restaurants. You notice the metro stations with the Art Deco signage, which we have in a few stations. Not all stations, but a few stations have this this type of styling. And our buses. Oh, somebody asked me about this the other day with our buses. So so this is the bus shelters. So we have these all over the city, of course. You visited Montreal. I remember the amazing cathedral. Yes, I visited that cathedral too. It's awesome, and it's Art Nouveau. Oh, is it Art Nouveau? Sorry. So Art Nouveau style, and one of those cities that never sleeps, and it's copied. The cathedral in Montreal is based on the cathedral in Paris. Anyways, these bus shelters that we have at the bus stops, they're pretty cool. They tell you like how many minutes to the next station, next bus and stuff like that. But they also have, what I really appreciate is, look at this, charging.
Whoa!
Oh.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Wait, okay.
Some idiot. So anyways, you can see there's some charging station here. So you can charge your phones. So that's pretty cool. Till Saturday. Okay, that's awesome. I have to check that out. So, hey Euro, hey Jed, how are you? Jed B. Is it B for Bush? What was that? That was some individual part of a group that thought it would be fun to come over and be silly. I don't know, did you guys see him? Yeah, he was a little crazy. Was it it was not a motorcycle. It's a bunch of guys. There's like half a dozen guys hanging out on the corner there. It wasn't an altercation. Yeah, he came over to try to startle me, basically. But I don't know if you saw his facial expression or not. But he was, because I don't know if that was on camera in frame. But he was trying to be menacing. He arrived like a full swoop. Yeah.
Est-ce que c'est vrai, mon ami? La vie? Est-ce que c'est vrai ou pas vrai? On ne sait pas. Welcome, my
didn't see his face. Yeah, that's what I figured. You didn't see his face. So it's too bad, because that was the best thing, to see his face, because he was trying to be menacing. But obviously he was kidding as well. But yeah, so somebody asked me about that the other day, about charging possibilities. So they do have charging stations at all these shelters. Some strange people at 2 in the morning. Yeah, that's the thing, is some of the people out have been drinking. So I don't think they mean any harm, but they like to goof off. Oh, this is another area that's pretty cool. Let's cross the street. We have a lot of these cool areas in Paris. Ha ha ha, bonsoir. All right, ICE. Like I said earlier, check out ICE on YouTube and on Periscope. He's on Twitter and all those things. Very talented and entertaining fellow. This happens every time with Mo in New York. Yeah. Go up the Rue d'Antin to the Holiday Inn. They have a rooftop bar. Oh, that's a good idea. Ola from Utah. Is there something you don't like about Paris? Yeah, lots of things. Should we talk about the bad things? Ice, I want to come up to the Netherlands. You never responded to my tweet. So if you get a chance, I DM'd you to ask if there was a good time to come up. Maybe we could do some collabs or something, if you're up for that. So this is a really nice area. This is another one of those pedestrian areas. So you'll see when we get down this next street, there's not much traffic. Well, there's no traffic now anyways, but even during the daytime, these streets are basically pedestrian only for the most part. There we have another Wallace Fountain, like we saw earlier. This one's a little bit better lit so you can see it. But these are literally all over Paris. More cobblestone streets. Oh, I think the cleaners are out. I hear a party going on. Be sure to subscribe to Euro Maestro. Thank you. That would be awesome, yes. So here you have these side streets. There's some kind of... What is that? Oh, it's like a... Is that a window cleaner? What time is it in the Netherlands? So the Netherlands and Paris are in the same time zone. I don't know what this guy's doing. Look at that. That's pretty interesting. What do you guys think he's doing up there? In the middle of the night. Oh, he's fixing the sign, maybe. Oh, they're taking down the street lighting. Ah. Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir.
So they're taking down the street lighting. So, so these streets are all covered with these lights, these Christmas lights. Same time, so you see he's taking them down. Yeah, it is pretty noisy for the middle of the night. Yeah, the Christmas lights are coming down. Whoa. Good thing I wasn't standing right there. So the lights just unhooked it on the one side. And so there's the lights. And they're taking down all the cabling and everything associated with the lights. Blue collar work ethic. So this area is so dead. I could be filming a movie. Could be filming like a horror movie or an apocalypse movie. The day after. Does Ice have a YouTube channel? He does. It's Ice Piano. So GIJS Piano is his YouTube channel. Ooh, I'm running low on my battery. I didn't start off with a full charge. Is this a one-way? So now it is a one-way street. I want to tap for hearts like Empire. I know, exactly. No, you can't tap for hearts, unfortunately. They should probably do that. I've seen other apps now copy the heart tapping model. So who knows? Maybe in the future they'll do that. So they just have the likes. I see a lot of you have tapped the like button. And then they have the super chat if you want to contribute. So rather than having to go to PayPal, you can just attach money with the super chats, which we got a couple of people doing earlier. Is that why it cut out? Oh, it might have cut out for a second because I got a little warning message. There it is. There's his YouTube channel, Ice Piano. So this street is so narrow that even the bicycle lane is narrow. Usually we have very wide bicycle lanes, but here's very narrow. But there's not much traffic on these streets. These streets are really just for local traffic. So you don't see very many cars at all, even in the daytime. There's other streets off to the side where the traffic goes, and this is really even in the daytime and at night when things are open, people just walk in the streets here. They don't walk on the sidewalk, they walk on the streets. So you'll see that in Paris there's lots of areas where people walk primarily on the streets. And this is one of them. Oh, and then the other thing is Paris has all these historical markers. So I haven't been showing you guys this, but when you're walking around Paris, they have these signs, it says History of Paris, and then they have a brief explanation of the history of the site or the area that you're in and what you're looking at. They're all in French, so you know if you don't speak French, you can use your Google Translate, or they have apps where we'll just translate in sight for you, in the photo even. So you can use one of those apps. So this area coming up is really cool. Again, it has lots of bars and nightclubs all next to each other. Just over 30 minutes to State of the Union. The passages are better viewed on YouTube because of the better image. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so I should probably do more walk and talks on YouTube. What do you guys think? The only thing is, like, when I do them on Periscope, I get lots of viewers. I can get, 5,000 or 10,000 viewers on Periscope. I wish I got those people on YouTube, but they're very stubborn. They stick to Periscope. Hey, Clue Dancer 99, how are you? So here we have another bar that's open. That's true with YouTube, The connection pauses. The quality is still there. No pixelation. At this hour, you get North American primetime people. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we'll probably end this broadcast before the State of the Union, so the people that want to watch that can. I'm going to try to watch it myself. I have to go home first, put away my equipment. I wonder if we can get through this passageway at nighttime, or is it closed? Oh, we can. Should we go through this passageway? Look how dark it is. Wow. Do you see that? Should I walk through this pitch dark passageway? Hello. It's too dark. It's really dark. It's spooky, yes, no way. I kind of want to walk through it, but you won't see anything. But I've walked through it before on Periscope. We'll do it in the daytime. We can run it. Yeah, I could run it, but the thing is, you guys won't see much. But it's very cool. It's cobblestone. Maybe we should do it. I don't know. Should we do it? Why not? Need a flashlight. Yeah, I wish I had a flashlight. So you guys are going to be in the dark for a minute. But this is very cool. It's all cobblestone. There's all kinds of cool restaurants and shops to my right and left, including, oh, it's locked. No, it's not locked. Okay. There's a gate here, but there's an opening. Here we have our first light. It's creepy. Go to the light. Yeah, so this restaurant to the right, there it is. You can see the restaurant. This is where Benjamin Franklin used to dine. And so many other people. Voltaire. Very silent, dark. Creepy guy around the corner. Yeah, hopefully there's not a creepy guy around the corner. That would be scary, because I'd be totally trapped. It's very narrow, and there's no way out. Oh, there's a gate at this end, though. Hopefully this gate opens up. It's like a dark scope. Where are the people? That's what I'm wondering. Does this open up? It does. Whew. If this would have been locked, I would have been in trouble. All right, we made it. Yay! Back to civilization. It's a trap. Yeah, look at it. So this is Saint-Germain-des-Prés. So that was fun. It was kind of fun, actually. I'm glad I did it on second thought. You see life? Yes! I see the light! I am back! Civilization. Somebody mentioned Danton before. There's a statue of Danton from the French Revolution. They did this on the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. L'audace, toujours l'audace. That's a famous quote of Danton. Audacity, I guess you'd say in English. Always audacity. And of course, what city would not be complete without Starbucks? Starbucks everywhere. Brave, brave Sir Euro. So you can see, because people often ask, is it safe to walk at night? I would say it's very, very safe to walk at night. The only thing we saw, you have a few drunk people that will want to joke around a little bit. Do you wear a Fitbit to track your walking? No, but I have an iPhone, and the iPhone does track your steps and things like that, pretty much automatically by default. Starbucks is closed. Yeah, most things are closed. We had a couple of those. If you want something to eat or drink, I showed you at Place Saint-Michel, there was a couple of restaurants open 24 hours, 24/7. The Saint-André Passage, that's what we just passed by earlier, actually, yes. Saint-André des Arts. No homeless. You won't see, no, I'll probably say this and then there'll be one, but normally you won't see homeless people out here, for the most part. But we do have homeless people in Paris, and we have we do also have shelters for them. Here's the electric scooter program that I was telling you guys about. So these are pretty cool. I do rent these myself from time to time, and it's a lot of fun. There's no key involved, okay? So if you want to rent one, you just use the app, you get a code, you punch in the code here on the keypad, and off you drive. There's a helmet already inside this area here under the seat. What's the shuffly sounding footwear? Am I making noise with my feet? Sorry about that. But anyway, so they do have the electric scooters. Look at these buildings. Have to love the architecture in Paris. Somebody has to remind me when it gets close to 3 a.m. so I can turn off. Don't apologize, I was just curious what sort of shoes they were. So I'm just wearing, what am I wearing? I'm gonna give some free advertising away, I guess. I'm wearing a pair of Nike shoes, but I don't know the specific model name. It's 2:35, all right, so we got a maximum 20 minutes. Christy's still here. Christy, thank you so much for the super chat. I love super chat. The 6th is a fabulous remote small. Yes, the 6th is. And the 5th is too, I'd say. You said your phone was stolen. Was it taken directly from your hands? No, wasn't taken directly from my hands. So I had a phone stolen that was pickpocketed, unfortunately. That was a little while ago, though. So I've never had anyone successfully take a phone out of my hands, although I've had several attempts. Nike, the top footwear for Parisian midnight broadcast. Yes. They should sponsor me. I go through a lot of their shoes. I go through shoes pretty quickly because of all my walking. But you do kind of have to watch out for pickpockets a little bit. From his cold Charlton Heston hands. Someone tried when you were scoping. Yeah, they've tried several times. It's usually when I'm scoping. It's when they try. And one time they actually succeeded. I was at a protest. So some of you guys saw this. I was scoping live, and a group of guys attacked me, and they did grab the phone right out of my hands. So it was pretty bad. So they took the phone out of my hands. They were beating me up, and they threw my phone on the ground and stomped on it. Stay in lit areas. The dark guys make you nervous. You remember that. So some of you guys may remember that. And that was when I was filming one of these protest, at the end of the protest, and they have people, casseurs. Someone try to get your iPad. Yeah, I lost an iPad. So I've been losing a lot of things over the last several years. So I lost an iPad and I lost 2 phones. But not this time. So the time that they grabbed it, they threw it on the ground, they stomped it, I got it back. So they weren't trying to steal it. They were literally just trying to destroy it. And somehow, even though it was thrown on the ground and stomped on, there was no damage to the phone. I was really surprised. So it was on grass, so I guess that protected it. But there was no visible damage that I could see. So I was very lucky. We'll go back to the scene of the crime. I'm kidding, back to where I started. The Christmas trees. Actually, I should probably end the broadcast so you guys can get ready for State of the Union, I guess. It's getting kind of close. Apple should use that in an ad. Yeah, I was surprised. I literally couldn't see any marks on it or anything. I was pretty impressed. It was a smaller iPhone though. Maybe that was part of the reason. I don't know. Because sometimes it seems like you can just drop them and they crack. That was not an X. This was a couple years ago. So I think it was the SE, if I'm not mistaken. It was either the SE or the iPhone 7 or 6. I can't remember. Or 7 Plus or 6 Plus. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for the late night walk. Your home is still Christmas and will stay until I don't feel Christmassy anymore. Good for you. Yeah, actually, if you watch the beginning of this broadcast, I show a bunch of Christmas trees. And I'm either going to end the broadcast there, or maybe we should end it here. What do you guys think? Ending it here might be a good spot, because this is the Sorbonne. So I think I'll end it here. All right, thank you guys for watching this. I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate the super chat comments, of course. I'm glad you follow me here. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube account. Follow me on Twitter. Merci. You love Christmas decorations and love when you get the home night. Thanks, Euro. And send me comments if you want, screenshots, all of that stuff. It was fun. Yeah, I had a great time. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.